Good morning, grade 9s, and welcome to your last lesson on volume, area, and perimeter, and including with that the surface area and some capacity as well. We have made it. All right, well done. We have looked lastly at the surface area and volume of a rectangular prism. We've looked at the right triangular prism, and today we're going to have a look at the volume and surface area of a cylinder. Just a quick recap on the formula that you need to know. The surface area is the area of the two circles plus the area of the rectangle. And the rectangle, we know that it's a length times breadth, but the length is made up out of 2 pi r. It is made up out of the circumference of a circle. I will show you just now. And the volume, please remember the volume, it's the area of the flat surface or the area, the base. Remember the base of a 3D shape is always the shape that has been doubled up. So if you think of a cylindrical prism, it has two circles, top and bottom, so that is your base. So if it stands on its base, if you think of a Coke can, it stands on its base, then it's the area of that base times what it pops out with, how tall that Coke can is. Okay, so let's have a closer look. Okay, so we said the surface area of a cylinder is the two circles, the area of the two circles, plus the area of the rectangle. So let's have a closer look. So if you've got a cylinder like that, that is made up out of two circles, top and bottom. Always, sometimes you have to check whether they say if it's an open top or a closed top. If it's a closed top, it consists of two circles. If it's an open top, then it consists of one circle. Okay, and obviously then the rectangle. Okay, so you've got the top circle, the bottom circle, and your rectangle. So the area for the top circle will be pi r squared, as well as for the bottom circle. So you can work out the area of one circle and then just times your answer by 2. Then the rectangle. Can you see that the height stays the height of the cylinder standing like that? But now, how do we get because with a rectangle, the area is length times breadth. So let's have a look. We've got the height or the length, if you want to see that as the length, and now we need the breadth. Now the breadth is the perimeter of that circle on top, because if you're going to flatten that, if you're going to look at the net of that cylinder, it's going to be squished out as a rectangle and two circles. But the area or the area of the rectangle is height times that length over there on top. What is that length made up out of? It's the perimeter of the circle. So please remember 2 pi r is your length. Okay, let's have a look. They say calculate the surface area of the following shape. They give us the diameter, so very important, we have to divide that by 2 because we only work with the radius. And they give me the height is 12.2 centimeters. So first of all, let's start with the area of the two circles. Bloops and bloops. Okay, the area of one circle is pi r squared. The radius, we can substitute that with half of the diameter, which is 3,25 squared. And then you get your answer, 33.18. But we have to, and it's going to be centimeters squared because we're working out the area, but we have to times that by 2 because there's two circles, which will give you then 66.37 centimeters squared. Okay, let's keep that answer. Now let's have a look at the area of the rectangle. The rectangle, we've learned now, is the radius of the circle times the height. Okay, I'm going to say that again. It's the it's the radius of the circle. No. It's the perimeter. It's the circumference of that circle. Sorry. Okay, it's the circumference of the circle times the height. Okay, or if you want to, the perimeter of the circle times the height. So 2 times pi times radius, the radius again 3.25, times that height, which gives you 12.2. That would give you 249.13 centimeters squared. And how do you get the total area? Yes, you guessed it, you add it back together. So total surface area is you take your answer from the two circles plus the rectangle, and that gives you 315.5 centimeters squared. Okay, and the volume, very easy. So it's the area of the base, so area of the circle, times what it pops out with, times that height. So again, we've got a cylinder, the diameter is 6.5 centimeters, and the height again is 12.2. So calculate the volume of the following shape. The volume is pi r squared, which is the area of a circle, times that height. Okay, radius we're going to substitute there or replace, it's 3.25. And if you work it out, it gives you 404.83 centimeters cubed. And that is your answer. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, but what if I take this a little bit further and I say to you, let's work with the capacity. They will always give you the capacity exchange. So 1 centimeters cubed is 1 milliliters. And if I ask you how many milliliters can go into this, let's pretend it's a Coke can. How many milliliters can go into there? So it's a direct exchange. Just going to read that question again. If the shape above is a Coke can, calculate the capacity of the can, round it off to the nearest whole number. So you're going to, it's exact 1 to 1, the ratio. So immediately you can say, okay, but it's going to be 405 milliliters. And that is also the capacity. We have what? Okay. Homework, it's just 3 questions. The memo is already included, so quickly do it, and then you can check your answers, verify your answers, and you must have a super duper day. So your homework is exercise 21.2 on page 287, only number 1, A, B, and C. Cheers, guys.